We are going to talk about Afghanistan under Taliban rule and what has been happening to the Taliban's Afghanistan so far. As you guys already know, the Taliban have only been in for a few months, and already there have been lots of anti-Taliban protests and military-based chaos. There has been a series of unfortunate events going on, like men aren't allowed to cut their beard anymore, will be laid out as we discuss the first month of the Taliban in power. As we all know, the Taliban took over Kabul and became in power August 17th, and shortly after we had the US pushing out of Afghanistan and ending the 20-year war while helping many Americans and Afghanis leave Afghanistan. Many people in and around Kabul started an anti-Taliban protest, with some people being killed as a result of the Taliban taking power again. Many people were so scared of what could happen and not knowing what will that they wouldn't leave their house, and if they did, they would leave, resulting back to 90s Taliban ran Afghanistan rules. People were also so scared that the 2001 Taliban rule would start all over again. Taliban spokesman made his first speech since taking over Kabul, assuring Afghani and international communities, saying women's rights will be respected and there will be no reprisals. Despite Taliban's assurance, the reports of enemies were being rounded up for questioning persists, and journalists complaining of beatings, and in the case of some women being turned away from work. August 21st, the Taliban say they will investigate reports of atrocities and protect people's rights. They also say the airport chaos wasn't their fault and that they are trying to provide a smooth exit for people with correct paperwork. On August 23rd, I'm not even going to pronounce the guy's name because I don't want to butcher it, so I'll just put it here, is named acting governor of the central bank amid economic turmoil. Many businesses and banks remained shut and prices for staples climbed rapidly. On August 24th and August 26th, the World Food Program says millions of Afghans could soon face starvation given the security situation of COVID and drought. A suicide bomb near the airport of Kabul killed scores of people, including 13 U.S. troops. Some Western media reports put the final death toll at nearly 200. The attack was claimed to be ISIS-K, a local offshoot of the Islamic State. August 29th, a U.S. drone strike targeted a suspended suicide bomber who the Pentagon said was preparing to attack Kabul airport. The Taliban later condemned the attack and say they were civilian casualties. Now August 30th, completion of the U.S. troops withdrawal, ending 20-year war, was officially completed and Taliban declared independence for Afghanistan. On August 31st, people taking risky land routes try and leave Afghanistan while there is long queues at banks. Rising prices for staples are among the first challenges for the Taliban. Less than a week later, on the 3rd of September, the Taliban say they have seized control of the mountainous, not gonna butcher this one either, so I'll just put it, province north of Kabul. The final holdout held by anti-Taliban fighters. The self-proclaimed resistance movement says they are still fighting. The next day, Kabul airport reopens for aid flights and domestic services. Now, after a long wait with lots of talks and speculation, on September 7th, the Taliban announced their new government and officially end the talks and speculations. Veteran members of the movement dominate the new cabinet, including several who were held in Guantanamo Bay and the minister of a U.S. terrorism wanted list. Now we've come upon September 9th. The first commercial international flight under the new Taliban government leaves Kabul carrying more than 100 foreigners. September 13th, donor pledged $1.1 billion for Afghanistan as aid dries up and country remains wary of dealing directly with the Taliban. So what do you think of the Taliban so far, and what do you think might happen down the road? Let me know in the comments below. September 14th, thousands of people protest in the southern city of Kandahar over Taliban plans to evict families from a former military colony. So far, a lot has happened, but at the same time, feels like so little. Taliban hasn't really figured out Afghanistan as new rulers yet. A lot of important factors are still in limbo and so much unknown, but as things come in and if enough people like this kind of videos, I'll keep you updated. I hope you enjoyed this video and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. Every bit helps. Also, if you want to be more in the know of when I post videos, hit up my socials. This has been Lindsay signing off. Peace.